morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Got t-shirt on and everything. My goal was to clean out the garage today, but I'm kind of not in the mood. I don't know. I might force myself to do it, but I'm kind of not in the mood. It's a big job. And I think I should have started earlier before it got warm outside. It's 10:10 now. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the mood. But anyway, yes, I wanted to make this video because last night I was, excuse me, I do a lot of thinking once I go to bed and I'm watching TV. My Grace and Frankie, I watch it every night because it lulls me to sleep. And thoughts go through my mind. You know, when you live alone, a lot of thoughts go through your mind a lot of times. And I was sitting there thinking, yes, it would be so wonderful to have a wonderful man in my life. I mean, I'm 70. What are the chances of finding somebody? Not very good. But I thought to myself, I would love to find a wonderful man to share the rest of my life with. But at the same time, guys, it scares me. It genuinely scares me. And the reason it scares me is because I don't want to feel what a broken heart feels like ever again. Yeah, think about that. When you were younger, or whatever age you are really, when something doesn't work out in a relationship and you get that broken heart and it actually hurts and it affects your whole mind and body, you know, you're hurting. You're actually hurting all over because your heart is broken. And that scares the daylights out of me. And they say that the universe responds to whatever you're feeling. Don't know if that's true or not. But that's what they say. They say the universe responds to whatever you're feeling. So I can't help but wonder, is that's what's happened with me? Part of me would have loved to find a wonderful man all these years. Another part of me was scared. Just scared of being hurt. Being, you know, you think, falling in love, okay? Let's say you fall in love with somebody and then they break up with you. Or they just reject you for whatever reason. The relationship ends and you are devastated. You thought you were going to have a future with this person. You thought everything was going to be wonderful and you were excited about your future. And then it's gone. It's just that fast. It's over. That scares the daylights out of me because I don't know at my age if my heart can take that kind of pain. You know what I mean, guys? Because it really is, it's a pain. It hurts. And you just feel devastated and you feel, you know, like, oh my gosh. I mean, we've all been there. We've all been there where somebody hurt us in a relationship. And if you truly fall, that's my fear, is to fall deeply in love with a man. And then out of the blue one day he comes and says, this isn't working, I want out. Oh my gosh. I can't even, and I'm not talking about, you know, those of you that are out there thinking, I don't want a man or a woman in my life, I'm happy on my own, I don't need the headache of a person, blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking to those people. I'm talking to the people who really would like to have somebody else in their life, who really would love to fall in love again and have a future with somebody. But you're actually scared. I mean, you're downright scared of dipping your toe into that ocean of uncertainty. And it just, yeah, it has, I don't know, guys. I think about it and I think you invest so much in somebody when you fall for them, right? You really do. You invest everything, your heart, your mind, your soul, your body, you invest everything when you fall in love. And then to have it just end for whatever reason, that is something that I personally I don't know that I want to risk. And I know that people will say, well, you can't, you can't not take a risk if you're looking for love, or if you're looking for someone to share your life with. You can't not take a risk, because how are you going to find somebody? Which is true. But at the same time, there is that fear. I have that fear of, oh my gosh, what if I meet somebody and I just fall head over heels in love with him, and I think, not you, with a guy. How do you like the way she did that? I mentioned falling head over heels in love, and she leans back. Oh, I love you. She is so precious. My little dogs are everything to me. If I could find a man who's like one of my dogs, that would be great. That would be really great. Faithful, loyal, protective, helpful, kind, loving, unconditional love. Wouldn't that be great? Like my little dogs are. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Because when you do decide to fall in love, when it just happens, you're just, that person is everything to you. That person is everything to you. And then one day they decide they want it over with. You don't. You're like, what happened? I thought we were happy. I thought we were together forever, that sort of thing. And that scares me. I don't want to feel that kind of pain again, or that kind of rejection. I don't want to feel, that, I don't want that. It can make you feel stupid. Okay, let's be real. Let's be real here. It can make you feel so stupid, like, oh my gosh, how did I fall head over heels for this person, and now they just dumped me? Where were the signs? I didn't see any signs that this was ending. I didn't see the signs that this was going bad. That can happen. That's happened to millions of people. They think everything's great, and then one day the other person walks up and says, I want out. And that's that. They get out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They just get out. And you sit there thinking, God, I feel so stupid. I gave my heart and my soul to this person. I gave my everything to this person, and now they just walk out. I just, guys, tell me how you feel about this. If you're single now, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not talking about people who are there to just be upset with the opposite sex, or the same sex if you're gay. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not talking about people who are like I said earlier, I don't want somebody. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to mess with it. No, I'm not talking about that. If you're somebody who's single and you wish you could find love, you wish you could find that special, the one for the rest of your life, are you also feeling afraid? Are you also feeling like you don't want to invest all those emotions into somebody that could hurt you so deeply? That's where I'm at. I'm like, it's a double-edged sword. Part of me on this side of the sword would love to have love again in my life, and then on this side it's like, I don't want to get cut to the core with pain from rejection, or the person just wanting out for who knows what reason. And it happens all the time, so it's not like we can say, oh, that's rare. No, that happens all the time. So guys, what do you feel about that? I mean, I don't know about you, but I've been divorced for almost 22 years. I've been single, living alone since January of 2020. And that sometimes gets to be a real drag. And once again, this is not for people who are just happy as can be living alone, have no desire to have another person in their life. This is not for you guys. This is for people like me, who, yes, you're content living alone the majority of the time, or maybe you're not. But in my case, the majority of the time I am, but I do have my little spells of, gosh, it'd be great to have somebody. And I think about that all the time in terms of, well, I shouldn't say all the time, but when I think about having somebody in my life, it's like, I want somebody, but I don't. And not because of just all the other stuff of that you have to go through in a relationship. Of course that plays a part. If you want to start a relationship, it is a lot to go through. That also, it makes me hesitant because, like I've said before, I'm either accepted exactly as I am or get on your way. I'm not changing for anybody. But yeah, this is mainly about the broken heart, the emotions, not necessarily all that you have to go through to get into a relationship, because we all know that. The dating process, the whole getting used to somebody else, all that, we all know that routine. But I'm talking about in terms of if you really want to find somebody and you really want to fall in love and you're just downright scared to go through the hurt. That's where I'm at, guys. I don't even know how to explain it. It's a feeling of how I would love to have someone's arms around me, to love me and hold me and sit with me, talk with me, to have dinner with me, all that good stuff. But the thing of it is, you can get into that with somebody, you can have all that, and then one night you're sitting there watching TV together and you've noticed he or she is acting kind of different, and then all of a sudden they say, I just don't really want this. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't for me anymore. Oh my God, that crushing feeling of hearing that and the acceptance of that, and then having to recover from that. That's the other thing, recovering from that broken heart, from all those broken emotions. That's a lot to recover from if you're the one who does not want out of the relationship. It is something to recover from, and it can take a lot of time. It can take months, it can take years to recover from a true broken heart because you were truly in love with somebody and then they just decided to ditch the whole relationship. So yeah, that's painful. Having to recover from a broken relationship is very, very painful. And I'm thinking to myself last night as I lay there in bed, I was thinking, gosh, do I really want to go through that again? I mean, it was enough to recover from my divorce. Of course, we were together 22 years, but still, there's that recovery period after a breakup. And I was thinking to myself, oh man, do I really want to go through that if it doesn't work out? Do I really want to spend my time healing from that breakup, healing from the maybe hurtful words that were said, or maybe a fight ensued because you both, he or she is saying they want out. You're like, no, what happened? No, I thought we were happy. I thought this was, I thought this was going to last. No. And you have to go through all of that before it actually is over. And then they walk out the door and it's over and you have to recover. I don't know, guys. It's a mixed up situation, isn't it? At least to me, because I know how deeply that can hurt. And I don't know. What do you guys feel? What are your thoughts on falling in love again? Do you want to? Or is that something you're just not willing to risk again because of the hurt that can happen, and then the recovery period, and then learning to trust again, to be able to fall in love again? It's a big process. It really is a very big process. And no, baby, don't hit the camera. It's a big process to get through all of it. I mean, the whole process from beginning, when you first meet and you're dating each other, and then you're together and you feel like it's going to be forever, then you break up, there's the pain of the breakup, and then there's the recovery. It's a lot. It's a lot more than a lot of people sometimes realize. And I think that's where I am afraid. I am really afraid to let myself fall for somebody because I don't want to feel the pain of rejection, or the rejecting the relationship from the man. I don't want to feel that pain. And like I said, it can make you feel stupid. It can make you feel like, God, what an idiot I was to fall for this person. What a fool I was to fall for this person. I believed in him or her, when you're whatever you are. I believed in him. I believed he loved me. I believed he was going to be with me forever. And now it's over just like that. He was able to just walk right out of my life like I was nothing. It happens to tons of people, everybody. And I don't want to feel that feeling of being stupid, you know, like, God, I really fell for this guy. And look what he did. He just left me in the dust, you know? Just left me like, oh, I don't need you anymore. That's kind of, I don't know. And that's kind of why a lot of people still believe very firmly in marriage, because supposedly marriage can help you work on something more than if you're just not married and living together. Then they can just say, I'm moving out of here. But then again, who wants to be in a marriage where somebody has to force themselves to be with you because you are married? Mixed up world we're in. But yeah, guys, I was thinking about that last night as I watched Grace and Frankie, different scenes and the things they were going through, and I thought to myself, and it's not just because of watching that show, these are feelings I've had for a very long time of, is the universe responding to my true feelings? Because I say that's what it does. I do want true love, but I don't. So maybe I'm the one who's making that block happen, where the universe is saying, you're saying you don't want that because you don't want to go through all the pain if it doesn't work out, so we're not going to bother giving you somebody. Because I have yet to meet somebody that I would spend my life with. So anyway, guys, just wanted to bring that up. Tell me your thoughts, your feelings about falling in love again. Do you want to? Anyway, I hope you're doing great. Please like and subscribe if you like my channel. It helps me out a lot. And I appreciate all of you with all of my heart. So take care, guys. I will talk to you in my next video. So see ya. Okay, babies.